Oh, that's right. This meeting is being recorded. It is Lionheart LaQuinn, your favorite transformational figure. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. Tonight, I am your training instructor, and we are going to be doing a Q&A tonight, questions and answers. I want to catch up with everybody, part of Lions Wall Street. Been a lot of moving parts, and I just want to make sure I'm providing value to you guys. So this is going to be a chance. We're going to go over psychology a little bit. If you guys have any specific stories that you want to share that maybe we can get insight from or give insight on, I want you guys to, I'm gonna do this every sporadically, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's a lot of things that I don't want you guys to be suffering in silence about. As a trader, it's so easy to do. You can suffer in silence and not get the nourishment that a trading life can provide, because you're in a certain slump, you're in a mentality that, you know, is negative, and you're beating yourself up and making worse and worse trades. And, you know, and all you know is that you're losing money along the way. You know what I'm saying? And trading is not that. You got me? Trading is not that. That happens. That's part of it, but that's not what trading is. So I want you guys to understand that I've been in those slumps. I've been out of those slumps. I've had to literally go in and internally dig to find out what caused those slumps. You know what I'm saying? I think, for instance, there was this one time I got in a conversation with my dad, and I haven't talked to my dad in a while, and that conversation went south. And I went and traded the next day with that conversation still in my mind. And that conversation messed up my trading because I wasn't focused and I wasn't clear thinking about what I need to be focused on. You got me? So I want you guys to really tap in. We're going to go ahead and open up the floor for about 15 minutes. And then after that, I'll probably wrap it up with maybe some conclusion things that we can take away from this whole conversation. So I know, Chico, we can start off with you, man. I know you said you had some questions, bro. How you feeling, King?
I'm good, yes, sir.
That's what's up, man. So what we can do is, I think let's go ahead and answer some questions that you have now. I know you said that you have some questions. Chico is a new student out here in the Senegal, Africa. Shout out. What's up, what's up, what's up? And we're gonna go ahead and any question you got, man, shoot them at me, and I got the sauce for you, man. And if I don't, I'll find out the answer for you together. We'll do that together right now. All right?
Okay, yes, sir.
Get it.
So my first question was, what does area support and resistance mean, and how to identify it?
Right. Got you. Perfect question. So we are looking at a naked chart, meaning there is nothing on it. Maybe if I go back a little bit, there might be, yeah. I got some words there. But this is a naked chart. There are no support or resistance lines. And basically support is when basically price is respecting a certain line. So if I'm looking for support, I want to find the most touches in a similar price point. Obviously, these are up and down. The up and down is the price going up and down, right, of the candlesticks. So I'm going to find an area where it respects a few times, which is right here. I'm going to show you where. So it respects here. It respects here. The price respects here. It kind of came back and shot back up, but there was some movement, some stalemate. It started acting as a support and resistance at both points. Right here, it's acting as support. Right here, it's acting as resistance for a little bit, and then right here, it's acting as support. I'm sorry, resistance, and then right here, it's acting as support. And so when I say that, this is how you want to think about a support line, right? So a support line is babies and it's grown-ups, right? When you're a baby, you fall down, you hope you get supported, right? You hope you get supported when you fall down, somebody catch you, right? So that's how you want to remember that. Resistance is the baby growing up, and now life gets harder and harder, and it gets harder to grow, it gets harder to expand, and that's why, so this would be a resistance line of what I'm about to draw next. So the bottom, so support, the top is resistance, and that's how I remember that. Does that make sense?
Okay.
All right, and so when you were talking about bullish and bearish candles, all you want to remember is bulls, like actual bulls, real life bulls in real life, right? They strike up, right? When they try to kill something. Bears, they strike down when they try to kill, when they attack, right? So that's how you can remember that. So bulls mean, if we say bullish, bullish engulfing candle, bullish candle, you hear those terms, just know we're talking about an up or a bullish trend. We're talking about the market going up. If we say something about bears, we're talking about the market going down, all right? Bulls strike up, bears strike down, all right?
Okay.
You got another question for me?
Yes. the difference between buy and sell, like when to sell, when to buy, and vice versa.
Right. And so I want you to write this down. Context of the market, right? Context of the market. What I train on is basically trading from an area of value. And an area of value can be a few things, but I'm gonna keep it very basic. I'm gonna tell you what they are, but I'm gonna keep it very basic. Area of value can be a trend line, a moving average, and you know, don't think too hard on these terms. We'll get to it though. You'll hear them again, so don't fret too much. But
No.
a moving average, a support line, a resistance line, or an area of confluence, or it can even be a trend line. So basically, when I say trade from an area of value, you want to trade from an area of value because it's a high probability that is going to go. You have more information to make an informed trade. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Let me actually break that down. You can see my screen, right? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can see your screen.
Awesome. And so what I'm going to show you when I talk about trading from the area of value, come on, turn this candle red real quick. So how do you know when to buy and when to sell, right? That's the question. Turn this upside down. So this is going to be a selling signal. This is going to be a buying signal. The green is going to be buying. All right. All right. So I'm going to say right here. This one right here. All right. So basically, when I say trade from the area of value, we got these blue lines right here from basically seeing where price was respecting over and over and over again, right? This is how simple this is. I don't want you guys to overcomplicate this. Price keeps going up, keep going up, keep going up, get stopped right here at that line, goes down. Price goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up, gets stopped at this line right here, goes down. This has created a resistance line. And if we go back further in time, you'd be surprised how many times it respected this line as support or resistance. So when price is above, then it's support. When price is below, it's resistance. You got me? So price is all the way the heck up here somewhere. You can't even see it. It's off the charts right now, right? But when I say trade from area of value, we get those support and resistance lines, and then we want to trade from an area where we know that it's been respected before. So you see how it's been respecting. This now becomes a key time for us to get in for a buy because it's at an area of value. And worst case scenario, the lowest that is gone is right here, right? So I would set my stop loss maybe like right here, down here somewhere, right? If I was to get in for a trade right here, I want my stop loss to be at least right here, basically because price has already touched down here. If I only set my stop loss right here, more than likely it's going to touch and stop me out, all right? It's going to close my trade in a loss of profits, right? So, and the reason why you want to trade from here, because let's say you were to trade from right here in the middle, you would have to basically risk even more money, right? Because you got all this that it could possibly go down to, the price could go down to, right? So you'd have to risk more money. So by trading from an area of value, you keep your risk low. Does that mean that's why it's very important? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Next question.
Let's see.
And anybody can chime in too. If anybody got questions, or Chico just said he had a few, so I just wanted to make sure I got those knocked out. If you already had some in the chamber, I know this was so Queens and Kings. Anybody watching this later, we do impromptu classes. I'm just trying to give you guys as much value as possible. Sometimes we actually do teach classes, go over psychology. We'll go over certain pairs that you guys might be interested in. It's whatever you guys want. I'm just here to provide value on whatever level. Just drop questions in the comment section. I'll keep an eye and answer when I can, and we'll go from there, Queens and Kings. But I appreciate you guys. We got about 5 more minutes. Got about 5 more minutes for questions and anything else that we want to talk about tonight, and then I can give some insight on it. Then if I think of anything later, I'll write it in the Lions Wall Street group. Anything else, Queens and Kings?
I think I got one more, which is, I know you might be familiar with this question, but how does smart money move and how does big money move?
Right, exactly. Very good question. I feel like I might have said that to you at one point in time, right?
Yeah.
All right. So big money is they're known as whales, right? Big money in the market. You got to think about how they can manipulate the market, right? So obviously, if they have deeper pockets, their stop losses are going to be bigger, meaning they can tolerate. They have a high risk tolerance, high pain tolerance in their trading patterns, right? So they might enter the market at a large size and drive up the market, but they're not going to be affected by if the market goes bad or good because their stop loss is so wide. Does that make sense? That's big.
Okay.
Money. That's big money. Smart money, right? Smart money. I like to move like smart money because my pockets aren't that long, so I have to make the best decisions possible for my money at all times. You know, they're not that long yet. Let me go ahead and say that part. But yeah. So I say like this. So being able to trade as smart money, you're looking. I call myself a discretionary price action trader, which all that means is I wait for the right time at the right moment to get in at the right price, right? That's all I'm doing. I'm being very discretionary. And there's a few different there's a couple I know about of like 6 or 7 of 7 different trading styles, right? So and they all mix and collab in certain different ways depending on how you think. And what you want to do is you want to find a trading style that not only fits your schedule, but you want to find a trading style that fits your personality. All right. In a healthy way, not like, oh, I'm a gambler, so what's the highest? I want to take them all the high risk trades. That's not what I'm saying. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all.
You say you're a scalper, right?
Yeah. So I right. So that's part of my discretionary price trading action systems. I scalp the market, right? But yeah, does that answer that question, King?
Yes, sir.
I'll do a video on that later. That's a good question. Phenomenal question. Anybody else? Got about 3 minutes left.